filthy swines! Get in here! Sit down and behave yourselves. We're going to read some news and you're going to possibly like it. I don't know, maybe. It's not up to me to decide whether you like things or not. Anyway, there's an interesting tower in New York City that has no windows. It looks like a fortress. I found this interesting article on the Lad Bible, an article written by Joshua Nair. Dark secret behind 29-story New York skyscraper that has no windows as eerie footage goes viral. The windowless building has made some people feel uneasy. There's a skyscraper in New York City which has no windows, and there's a fascinating story, reason behind the design choice. Apparently, almost all of the apartment blocks and skyscrapers in the world feature windows, so it's only natural that one without any in one of the busiest cities in the world makes people slightly curious. It's not alone, as several other buildings across the globe also sport the eerie walls, but it's 33 Thomas Street in New York that's taken all the headlines online, with many wanting to know why the secretive-looking building doesn't have any windows at all. Celebrities such as Tom Hanks have even questioned the mysterious appearance of the building, as the Forrest Gump star tweeting back in 2017, "This is the scariest building I've ever seen. What the fruit goes on inside?" We shall see. A video of the 20-story skyscraper has recently resurfaced on Reddit, bringing the building into question once again. It's very interesting, isn't it? Look at all this. It looks very secure. There's no windows. Why is there no windows? I suppose perhaps because people in these buildings could peep in, maybe? That's the only reason I can think of. There's these big vents here for some reason. I wonder, and I'm a conspiracy theorist swine, whether this is only the tip of the iceberg and perhaps there's more going on underground. Sucking in air and pumping out air for something much bigger below. Very interesting, though. According to one TikToker, it's nothing to do with any of the outlandish conspiracy theories you may have heard flying around. It's actually something a bit less interesting. Eric Guidry, who is also known as E. Guidry on the platform, explained, "So that building in New York, this windowless building in San Francisco, this one in Chicago, this one in Austin, and hundreds more buildings placed conspicuously across the country in very populous locations." I wonder what the other ones look like. Do they look the same? Similar. He revealed that the buildings are part of AT&T's Long Lines network. The 550-foot-tall building in the Big Apple is even known as the AT&T Long Lines building. Eric said that prior to digital telephones, lines were physically connected to people on the other end. That meant we need less massive switching hubs. Most of those buildings I showed were built in the 1970s or earlier. That means they didn't require actual operators, he said. Due to the building being filled with machinery, they decided against windows as there was no real need for it, with the absence of humans, more or less. More or less, I'd say less. I think windows add a lot of light. Actually, you can have mirrored windows so you can't see in. So that's interesting, isn't it? You could have windows that let light in but don't allow people to peep in from across the way. So why would you not want windows? He further explained that it is one of the most secure towers in the world, explaining it has enough gas, water, and electricity to be able to continue running independently for up to 2 weeks, and is supposed to be able to actually withstand a nuclear blast, within reason. Okay, seems like a lot of security for a building that is just a telephone exchange. Or you could say just a telephone exchange, but being able to maintain communication during a war is actually a really important thing. So I would suggest that perhaps even that is a clue to something much more important. A video here. We're going to watch this. You better ruddy brace yourselves. Okay, a little bit of creepy Blade Runner ambience there. But on the ground floor, see this thing here? There's no viewable way up to it. Whatever it is, I imagine this is a platform that you can use to look out on to whatever is going on the street. It's got a corner vantage. Perhaps there's more on all of the corners? I don't know. Very strange. Eric added that most of the equipment has since been digitized, and while we don't need it for our phones, it's still crucial for our network and internet infrastructure. In fact, if you're watching this in the US, this video probably went through one of those buildings, he added. It's since been suggested that the site could even be used as a national security agency surveillance site, the likes of non-profit organizations, The Intercept, claiming that there was enough evidence provided by several sources, such as the NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden. A former AT&T engineer even claimed that there is a major gateway switch which connects from the US to the rest of the world, but in reality, we'll probably never know. Interesting. The thing is, being able to see where network information is coming from and going to is definitely important for national security. So, it's one of those begrudging realities. What's it called? The AT&T building. 33 Thomas Street. I've heard suggested that this is a place where all sorts of information is collected and categorized. Let's see if we can find the place. 33 Thomas Street, New York. Let's get a street view of that. Blimey, look at that. You are but a mere fly on its rump. This is from 2022. I see there's another one over there. Let's go around the corner, shall we? See what we can find. Lovely New York. What you can't detect here is the smell of urine and poop. Okay, so that thing there, in my opinion, is definitely where you would have soldiers stationed with guns if there were some kind of outbreak or riot or post-nuclear attack insecurity. Here we go. We got another one on this corner. So they've got full viewing angle all the way around. You've got cameras here, got a camera over there. What else can we find? Let's see if it surrounds the entire thing. It probably does. And as fun as conspiracy theories are, national security is also fun. So not knowing what's going on in here is frustrating, but maybe there are important things going on in there. The fact that there aren't windows, I don't think is we didn't need them, so there are no windows. I think you could have had mirrored windows to let light in. That would have helped. I see. So the back of the building doesn't have any of those things because there's a fence there. Look at this ridiculous building beside it. It's like a Jenga tower just waiting to fall. Ridiculous. So, honestly, for the amount of wires you'd need to connect and whatnot, does it really require this amount of space? And these vents, what the heck is this? What is going on here? This is like, by the looks of it, pulling in clean air from a height above, perhaps if there was some kind of fire going on below. It seems like a ventilation system, in my opinion. This might be what this is. I mean, if you look at this and these ones, how wide are they? They seem to be quite wide. They take up a significant amount of space on the building. See, that's pretty wide. Look how wide that is. So that width is also there as well, and up there. I think this thing is just air vents for something that is much lower. I don't think there's much going on inside of it. I think whatever telephone exchange, whatever thing is going on beneath the ground, and these are air vents for keeping the people alive downstairs if there was some explosion or whatever. Let's go around the corner. We look there. There's cars going underground. There's people there. They know what's going on. Somebody knows what's going on there. But we don't. And what's this? What's the deal with this shape? There was another one on the other side. Yeah, this fuggler, in my opinion, is all air vents. AT&T. Something's blurred out there. Look at that. Deliberately blurred out, although it looks like the AT&T logo above it. I wonder. Yeah, air vents to a subterranean bunker. That's what I reckon. Who knows what reason there would be for that, but, I don't know. You don't know. It's a big old mystery. But apparently there's more. There's one in Chicago. Okay, let's try Chicago. Brace yourselves. We are, in fact, going to Reddit. Or are we? Nothing to see here, just a windowless building. 10 South Canal Street. Okay. Brace yourselves. We're in Chicago, virtually. That's as close as you want to get to real Chicago, maybe. Okay. Ish windowless, but there appears to be windows up here. Interesting. Is there similar creepiness going on? Doesn't have the vents of the New York one, does it? Doesn't have, although these might be air vents too. Come to think of it, up the side. These are all grills, aren't they? Weird. Probably the Chicago version, but who knows? Well, there we go. That was that. I have nothing more to say about that. That was an interesting, weird diversion there. But I think we're going to leave it at that for now. Make sure you like the stream if you like the stream. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to like it, but please don't not like it. But that is it for now. I've nothing else to say except Pigwig out.
Oink, oinkity, snort, snuffle, snuffle, squee, oink, oink, wee, squeal, snort, snort, oinkity, squee. Oink, oink, oinkity, squee, squee, wee, 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 snuffle, snort, squeal, squeal, oinky, oink, snort, snort, squee, oink, 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 wee, 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 oh. Snort, snuffle, oink, squee, squeal, wee, snort, oinky. Oinkity, oink, oink, snuffle, wee, squee, snort, oink, squeal. Oink, oink, oinkity, squee, squee, wee, 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 snuffle, snort, squeal, squeal, oinky, oink, snort, snort, squee, oink, 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 wee, 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 oh. Oink, oinkity, snort, snuffle, snuffle, squee, oinkity, oink, oink, snuffle, wee, squee, snort, oink, squeal. Oink, oink, oinkity, squee, squee, wee, 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 snuffle, snort, squeal, squeal, oinky, oink, snort, snort, squee, oink, 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 wee, 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 oh. Squeal, squeal. Snort, snuffle, oink, re, squeal, re, snort, oinky. Oinkity, oink, 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 snuffle, wee, squee, snort, oink, squeal. Oink, oink, oinkity, squee, squee, wee, 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 snuffle, snort, squeal, squeal, oinky, oink, snort, snort, squee, oink, oink.